Yo, what's up? My name's VeteranPat, and welcome back to my Dungeon Defender series, relearning the game from scratch, starting in the year 2023. Now we're over to 2024. I've been on this journey for quite a while, and it's been an absolute blast. Almost 300 hours logged into the game now, which is really, really exciting. I'm really excited to hit that milestone. But today, we are making up for a not so exciting, terribly dreadful mistake that I made. You see, I got my first piece of Ultimate 93 gear dropped on a previous episode, episode 138, at like 29 minutes in, and I didn't notice, and I continued to the next wave, which consumed it and sold it. So we are jumping back into Dread Dungeon, Nightmare difficulty, hardcore, all the shenanigans, mix mode. First, we have a level up really quick here on our monk, which is honestly really, really, really cool to see. I'm going to go ahead and honestly dump this into Aura Radius. Look at him do his little kick flip. I love the flip animations. While we're here, let's go always buy our XP bonus as well. The XP bonus is so ridiculously worth to grab. It's so good, and I'm going to try to be a little faster today. I've been really, really slow actually playing the game and playing. I've just been super, I don't know, just slow and sluggish and distracted, and I don't want to be that. I also want to actually do something totally brave and different that I haven't done before. I'm going to be jumping into wave 19. You see, usually I start at wave 17 to allow myself enough time to sort of, I don't know, be a little more patient, gather some mana, actually level up my towers, yada, yada. Nope, we're not doing any of that today. We are actually just starting on wave 19, and I'm going to be using a specific strategy, utilizing my Barbarian with the Genie pet to allow me to skip 2 waves. And skipping 2 waves just like that is going to save me so much time. It's going to be insane. So I'm really excited to see how much faster this can make my runs. Let's go ahead and get this actually set up as quick as possible. You guys can see in live time. I spent way too much time, an embarrassing amount of time last episode doing the setup. And I'm going to do this one much, much quicker. I'm going to go ahead and get a lightning tower here. A lightning tower here, a lightning tower. This is like the setup that I do nowadays. A lightning tower over here, and a lightning tower somewhere around here. Should be good as well. Okay, let's go switch over. I'm just eyeballing everything. Actually, I do need a, I just realized I need a deadly strike tower, don't I? Usually do a deadly strike tower. Ooh, over there in that position. Let me grab this mana, please. I can just go grab another chest, I guess. Since if you drop mana, you have to wait a fair bit of time before you're actually able to pick it back up. So instead of this lightning tower, we'll build the deadly strike. I think it's really, honestly, it actually is so important to have the deadly strike tower here. I want it at the right spot because I'm going to have to get the series EV booster correctly with it. I'm going to try something a little different. Ooh, massive lag spike there. Huh, strange, but sure, that works. Go pick up this mana. Drop everything. That should be all of my mage builds. Switch over to the summoner. And now we've got to summon all of our archer minions. I'll see you guys with a monstrous swarm of archer minions. Hey, RetroPat, how come every single time you play this map, you do a different setup and make it more complicated than it needs to be? Hey, that's a really good question. I have no idea. I don't know why I am like this, but that's what we're doing. We're changing up the strategy once again because I don't know. I just want to, I don't know, maybe I'm limit testing and just want to see if I could lose. I don't know why I make it harder than it needs to be. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. We can't make that cost 4, so we'll make that be 5. Max across like that. Same thing over here. Beautiful, beautiful. Perfect. That is peak defense units. Now, I only left 1 archer over here, so he'll probably get more love / more upgrades than usual, and I didn't put an archer up here. Put a lot more archers over here. I just feel like this area really struggles. Honestly, to be fair, I might do... Sold the wrong tower. I'm gonna sell one of these archers and just do 1 here and then 1 over here. I really like having this archer here, honestly. I feel like he does a lot in terms of the minions that get stuck over here, sniping shamans, goblin copters, and then also dealing with the... what's it called? Any spiders that spawn in that other position. I'm getting a bit better about actually using my summoner to like do commands. Yeah, there we go. Like it's not, super fast or anything, but it works. Now I just have to rebuild that ensnare aura that I sold like an absolute buffoon. That was a silly willy mistake to say the least. We'll go ahead and put that there. All right, let's go ahead and then pump upgrades into our tower buff beams. Go grab the rest of the chests for mana, and we should be pretty much ready to start. I'm not going to waste too much time on building. like in last episode, this episode will be so much more of just spamming through things. I put way too much, honestly, into that one, but that's okay. I might need to bring up that timer. That timer from that one episode, like it really put me on a number crunch, and it forced me and it pressured me in a really, really good way to actually want to progress quicker. And I think without a timer set, I'm just I slack too much. I need a little bit of that pressure to actually perform better. All right, but that is the max upgrades. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my Barbarian, fun fact. And this is the big thing, the biggest change that I'll be doing this episode from the start. And I feel like this is going to make a massive change. Actually, I didn't want to bring up my summoner there, but that's okay. I feel like this is going to make an absolutely massive change in terms of efficiency. I think that this is going to be so good, actually. I'm really, really excited. So let's go ahead and have this. Yeah, I actually am going to take the time to switch my summoner. I don't want my summoner out, honestly. I want to be able to switch to my summoner later on, and it's going to be easier if I go ahead and switch him now over to the monk. So we'll have most of the heroes that have towers out on the map except for the summoner. Switched back to a more clean view for you guys. Go ahead and jump into Wave 19. Here it is. Wave 19, combat phase, Sharkins immediately spawning. So the strategy here, I don't have enough mana to upgrade him quite yet, is to have the Genie Pet. And the Genie Pet, and not get webbed, that's the other strategy. The Genie Pet gives me mana based on the damage that I do. So it allows me to get so much more mana, so much faster. Also, my Barbarian just has HP, which allows me to go, like, I'm already at max mana here. So what I can do is honestly just sit down here, crank upgrades into my auras, and whatever I can reach, frankly. Like, it becomes a game of just spending my mana faster than I make it, which actually becomes a problem. Like, that's how good the Genie is. So ridiculously good, it becomes difficult for me to spend my mana faster than I'm making it, which is so insane. So I think all of my auras there have actually are actually all already, what's it called, 1-starred at least. They all just need 3-star upgrades now. So let's go ahead and spend our mana. Let's go smack around this ogre, get ourselves some mana. Spend it as quick as possible. There we go. That's better. On the booster beams and the lightning towers. Yeah, this is just, I think this is so much more efficient versus like just being on the summoner trying to pick up whatever mana I can. This allows me to really be in the action as long as I don't die. That's a little too far, too deep in the action if I'm out here dying. All right, just completed the wave. Jumping into Wave 20 now. It's crazy being able to just go straight from Wave 19 into 20. Like, this is where the difficulty really increases. This is the massive difference. I don't want to start on Wave 20. I feel like that would have been too much. But I think being able to start on Wave 19 is going to be so, so good. Like, that is just going to speed things up so dramatically. All right, pretty easy peasy so far. I'm going to jump into Wave 20. This will be where things get a bit harder, though, but I think it should be fine. No Transcendence there on Wave 19. Only... I wasn't sure. Yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure for a sec that I was on mixed mode. That's actually hilarious. That felt so easy that I was a little scared I wasn't on the right difficulty. To give you an idea what I was doing there. I'm going to go ahead and put some more upgrades into this stuff. Deadly Strike Tower. Okay. I'm going to do some more slashing and some more upgrading. All right. I did go ahead and get my first piece of Transcendence. So that'll be nice to go check after the wave is over, but for the time being, got to focus on my upgrades and mana and not just picking up nice little pieces of gear. I've got max mana there just from smacking the ogre a few. I'm honestly not pumping out upgrades fast enough. Got to work on that a bit better. There we go, Wave 20 complete with no real problems and another level up. Oh, but also, okay, I gotta watch my tower's HPs a little bit more, fellas. Okay, not great. I'm gonna dump, like I said last episode, I wanted to actually dump all of this into HP. So just for assault maps, I'm having no problems with HP for the most part and survivability during these waves, but during assault maps, I'm struggling with that. So I want to go ahead and grab those. I'm not gonna pick up that piece of Transcendent. Let's see. Yeah, don't need that either for sure. Oh, boys, lads, boys, we did it. Oh, goodness. Okay, it's not. Oh, it is different, though. It's not Ultimate 93. It's not Ultimate 93. But it is a wild Ultimate drop. Okay, whew. That's huge. That's the reason we did this. But I weirdly don't feel complete. I don't think it's enough. I need Ultimate 93. I accidentally consumed a piece of Ultimate 93. That was my first ever piece of Ultimate 93. 93 is more powerful than just normal Ultimate. I don't think one piece of normal Ultimate will make up me truly losing that piece of gear. We've got to keep going until we get the Ultimate 93, fellas. Let's get to grinding. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into Wave 21, fellas. We got one piece of Ultimate. Not bad, but it's not exactly... It just doesn't feel right, so we're going to keep going. Let's go grab some mana. Continuing the hack and slashing alongside the pumping and cranking. Let's go ahead and level up some towers, boys. There are 4 ogres stacked up here, and I am hacking and slashing all of them, and it feels so satisfying to see the giant damage numbers pop up. That was actually very, very, very cool. Go ahead and deactivate. Only 1 transcendent piece throughout that combat wave? Wow, that's kind of shocking, actually. It is actually pretty crazy, though, how close I am to max leveling everything up. Like, as we can see, I mean, there's some things that are really low level, to be fair, like this archer and such, but there's so many things, like, all of this is 3-starred. All of that's max leveled. Go grab that mana. So much of this is max leveled. Like, using the barbarian to smack around, get the genie mana, and it's been so good, and it's so worth it. Honestly, it's been such a massive suggestion that I was so stubborn about finally learning, and that's how it goes, man. That's so Dungeon Defenders for me, is being stubborn about learning something new, finally, you know, taking that dip, taking that dive, and then just loving it and being obsessed with it. So I guess rule of the day is try to be less stubborn. We're all human, we're all pretty stubborn, but we gotta just keep trying our best, I guess. The one piece of Transcendent is honestly not very good and not an upgrade for me personally. I'm running around to get the rest of this mana. We're gonna check this last chest. I've only also, out of all the chests, I haven't seen any Transcendent, just that one. That is the least Transcendent I think I've ever seen from a Wave 20 plus like run. 1 piece of Transcendent from combat only, 0 from opening all of the chests. That's crazy. I guess that's bad luck followed up by the good luck, since we just got the piece of Ultimate, so it could be worse. Let's go ahead and jump into the next wave, fellas. I might end up checking the wiki coming up here soon. Let's see how much mana we get. 88 million mana, which is pretty nice. I might end up checking the wiki here soon to see what are the odds, what are the chances statistically of getting an Ultimate 93. Like, how much math did I truly squander, I guess, is what I want to know. I don't know why, but I don't know. It makes me feel a little bit better, worse. Good question. I just got one shot. Whoa, by the goblin kaboomers. Okay, well, time to run around on a different here, because I'm gonna have to. We're still pretty far from actually being able to complete the wave. I'm going to have to pump upgrades. Oh man, that was actually. Ooh, and this ogre is just passing through. Wait, what is? Please don't go to the crystal. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You can go over here. Why is this ogre? How did he get through? I don't like that he did that, but it's okay. It could be worse, I guess. Copium. Okay, I switched over to my monk, and I'm activating my tower. There's a power that I've never used on my monk before. Tower boost increases the potency of all nearby towers and regenerates their health. So I'm trying that for the very first time on my monk. Now, this monk is not statted to actually do that, so it may not be that good. But it's cool to learn about how the ability works at all, honestly. And sorry for how trashy this looks, guys. I know it doesn't look great since I'm in the 4-way split screen. I'll try to get back to after this wave, we'll get back to the single screen in a sec. I'm honestly so glad that you can consolidate it back down to 1 screen, because could you imagine, like, if I wanted to play on, like, with the emulator and different characters, if I had to use this, like, this would be such an absolute nightmare for making content with. It's so nice you can consolidate it down to the 1 screen. All right, there we go. There's the wave complete. We did it. We survived. That's all that matters. Oof. Kind of in a little bit of a tight bind, though. I'm not going to lie. A little bit of a tight bind. But we do have a level up down here on our mage, so let's go ahead and pump that into... I want to pump that fully into damage. Let's just go defense-based damage. Have those lightning towers and those deadly strike towers do even more? Yeah, why not, dude? Sure. This piece of chain glove seems really good. I'm going to go ahead and store that as a piece of Transcendent for the time being. Now, I was about to say, let me go ahead and switch to my summoner and just go from there. And I probably still will here in a sec, but I have max mana on, like, all of my characters, and I'm just not spending that. So what if I went ahead and just did this? What if I went ahead and just upgraded the last few towers? Oh, there's only like 1 or 2 towers. I think it's literally just this one. It's just this one. Let me double check. Yeah, there's just one archer that needs an upgrade, and then we can switch from the barbarian over to the summoner and have everything taken care of. So that's okay. That's awesome. So everything will be 3-star here in a quick sec. Here it is, the very last level up to do. Bam, boom. There it is, boys. That is 3-star on everything, so we can switch over to our summoner and just be on flash heal duty, which will be pretty comfy. And all the transcendents on the map aren't actually good, so I'm going to keep going. We're going to pass through. Hoping I will say, I hope that I see Ultimate 93 to obviously make up the piece that I missed, but the initial challenge was just to get Ultimate gear. So after completing this map, if I don't see Ultimate 93, I will not do another episode grinding for it. I will just cut my losses. I got a piece of Ultimate, which was amazing. I think one of the first wild ground pieces, if not the first. Super, super cool to see. So I'm not going to sit here and just grind and grind and grind. I reclaimed what I set out to reclaim. And if I get better before it's over, I'll be happy with it, but it's not going to be something I require. That's the conclusion I've come to. Here we go, boys. Wave complete. Wave 23 completed. 3 transcendent pieces on the ground. I checked 2 of them so far, and they were not worth picking up. We're trying to be a little bit better about preserving our box space since I've been spending so much time. Like, if I can save time ahead of time, why not go ahead and do that, right? Like this, I'm going to store that. That seems interesting. It's hard for me to judge. Now, I'm not good at all at judging weapons yet. Weapons that are transcendent, and like, especially Huntress weapons. Like, I've never equipped one. I have no idea, right? Like, I don't know. My Hunters I haven't worked on much at all, so honestly, I'm very out of... I kind of, that seems great for my barbarian, honestly. I'll go ahead and store that. This, once again, like even weapons like this, harder for me to judge. I'm not going to store that since it's lacking diversity of stats. This helmet, there's a helmet, transcendent helmet. Is it here? Is it down here? Yeah, down here. I have not checked this. Let's see if that's actually, like, that seems not bad. Not terrible. But is it good enough to pick up? I don't think so. That might be silly. That might be silly willy, but we still need the high ground ROA chest. Here we go. Last chest, boys. Oh, man. No transcendence. That's okay. Wave 24. I'm just going to straight jump into it. There we go, boys. Another wave complete. 24 to 25. Just some random transcendents that aren't that good around the map. We got to check these chests before this final wave. This is where we could see something really good. Some ultimate possibly from these chests. No more transcendent. Let's see if it's actually worth picking up, though, to be fair. That's the mythical stats. No, not... Ooh, I mean, 294 damage, not bad, but not worth picking up, in my opinion. Okay. Hey, not ultimate, but supreme. I mean, I'll pick up any piece of supreme. Not really a fashionista, per se, but I do like the supreme gear. Any drip possible is nice. Okay, not great. Let's see. Last chest, boys. Last chest of the map in general, since it's... I'm going to store whatever, because I just don't know what's good of those. Last chest of the map in general, because it's the final wave. Now, we could see some wild drops from the monsters that are ultimate during wave 25, but I think, at least. But no more chests to be open for ultimate, boys. There we go, boys. Wave complete. Map complete. More giraffe on a treadmill is achieved. Sure. Why not? No wonder I have so many mythical chain bracers, man. They're all from completing this map. Now, we've got a lot of transcendence on the map, though. 6 total pieces. And there's kind of a fair bit that I can go check. So I'm going to run around and check each one individually. That was not worth grabbing. What about this? Like, that's quite good. I'm going to grab that. It might not be used, but we'll see. This also seems insane. I'm going to store that for the time being. This, almost good, but the minus 60, the minus stats on the tower stats are too brutal. This is not bad, but I don't know if it's good enough to actually pick up. It's kind of close, though. I think that's everything. So, we didn't get the Ultimate 93, and I'm going to have that empty void in my stomach until I do. But I don't think just grinding this map over and over again is the way to do it, boys. I think that we are going to move on. I know, it hurts the heart. We're going to move on. We're going to do fun things. We're going to try different maps that I've never played before and experience things for the first time. And that's what's so amazing in DDs, that we still have that to do. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. Dislike if you didn't, that's always okay. Subscribe if you want to see Dungeon Defenders content every other day, either this or the Hardcore Iron Man series, where I've been playing an account from scratch. And if I die, the run is over and I have to actually delete the character. Let me also quickly level up my Series EV before we finish this outro. But that's it for me. I will see you guys later. We'll do some more upgrades and tons of stuff next episode. I will see you guys in 2 more days. Peace, Reno. Yo, thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video, and a huge shout out to everybody listed here who goes above and beyond, supports the Patreon, and allows me to focus more on Dungeon Defenders content. Thanks again. Have a great day.